Hello, my friends. Welcome into something completely different. I've mentioned this in the middle of other videos, but I haven't actually done, I think, an announcement here. I did put it in the Discord and on Twitter. So if you're not following me on Twitter, it's at Grey Hair Gaming. Go drop a follow and join the community in the Discord. The link is in the description. What are we doing today? Well, Dodgy Gamer, who has been a supporter of my channel, and again, he has a series, The International Man of Mystery, where he, at least one of the versions of that series started with, I think it was Tonga. It was essentially like a journeyman, but like an international manager journeyman, which is difficult, my friends, since there's not a lot on the international side of Football Manager. He thought, hey, we're getting towards the end of Football Manager 20. FM21 is coming. How do we go out with a bang? You know, some people's series are starting to wind down. What's the best way to, provide some content that's a little bit different? And so he came up with this invitational tournament with other YouTubers and broke us. There's 12 YouTubers, including himself, broken up into 4 different groups of 3 teams each. And it's kind of like the World Cup, right? Like we're going to see 3-team groups in the future in the World Cup. So whoever comes out on top moves on to the next round, and eventually we go on to crown a champion. Unlike, there's the Streamer Showdown on Twitch, which I highly recommend. Very, very entertaining. But that is a draft Football Manager, like where you draft players, you have a budget, yada, 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 that you bring into the equation. There's a way, and I had no idea about this, where you can export your current team from your current save in the full version of Football Manager, so FM20. You go to the squad screen, you click export for external competition or for versus competition. Export for some competition is the button. And I always wondered what that meant. And essentially, you can import it into Football Manager Touch and then set up a league or a cup against other teams. Now, what I've also learned is that there aren't shouts and there's not opposition instructions. So essentially, you come in, you set your tactics, and you play against the other player. You gotta like sync up your match highlights need to be, key highlights need to be the same, or kind of like apparently it bogs down. But that's what we're doing today. So today, my friends, is my first match in Group D, which is kind of the North America group. I'm playing against Avoiding Relegation, and then in my second match I'm playing against Old Lady Plays, which seems quite unfair because she is the linguist of my channel and she probably knows my team inside and out, and she's probably gonna be telling my players, she'll be shouting from the side. I guess I should be glad that there's not shouts in FM Touch, because she would be shouting to tell my players, play defensive, play very attacking, go, hey, Silva, go play center back. But we don't have to worry about that today because we're playing Avoiding Relegation. So what I'm going to try and do here is I'm going to be recording. He and I are going to have a Discord audio call. So I record his audio. He's going to record his video. I'm going to record mine. We're going to share, and hopefully I can edit in and like mask in. If you know anything about editing videos, you can mask out the rest of the video and just drop him somewhere over there. I'm going to go start that call, and then I'm going to do my editing. Let's see how it goes. Let's see what team we're facing. All right, my friends, here we are. This is what the tactics screen looks like. It's a little different. You can still give personalized instructions. I don't have my 4-2-3-1 tactic saved, so I had to try and remember what we do. And I can't load FM20 while I'm playing FM20 Touch, which is also fun, but I think I've got it all nailed down. You're like, who's Anda? Ando, that's Paul Colombani, and you can't nickname players. I'm going to try and remember to call him Paul Colombani in the game. So this is, obviously, it's a very different look in Touch, which I've never played, but we're set up the same way. We're going to go with the 4-2-3-1. I thought about the 3-4-3, thinking that might give a defensive advantage, because you're in essentially, right, like, you play 2 games and you're done, right? And I want to say in Old Lady Plays and Avoiding Relegation's first game, it was a draw. Now, I think the rules are it's a draw. The game, when you set up the competition, you can't force it to just be a draw. Like, it thinks it's a cup competition, so it goes to penalties. But my understanding is they've got a point. We'll verify that with Avoiding Relegation here in a minute. So we know, like, a win would be massive today, and a draw would be okay. but it's like we may just play 2 games and be done. And you lose obviously all the form. Like it's like they've never played. If you go to the form, right? Because this is a new competition. I've not played in touch. We've imported the team. It doesn't import their form, which is probably fair, I suppose. So it's just like based on the raw talents of our team, can we get through? We also, have the option of bringing in some of these guys, but we're gonna go. This is pretty much our regular setup, right? 4-2-3-1 with all the usual suspects: Yakupi, Kufner, Silva, Richard, Arodi, and Finta on the bench with Israel. So, my friends, I think we're ready to bring in Avoiding Relegation. Let's try that. All right, so I've got Avoiding Relegation on a Discord call. How are you, sir?
I am very well, and you good self?
Doing well, doing well. Okay, I have to ask you a question because I looked at your channel and you have a series called no, my phone is thinking I'm talking to her. Not Hey Siri. No, go away. Um Pork pie sausage roll. And I have to know why that is the title.
Basically it's a chant, but actually if you listen to the opening credits, there's a song in the background which is Pork Pie Sausage Roll. It was written by a fan and became a bit of a pop hit. Well, I say a bit of a pop hit. I'm not sure how high it climbed. If you're an Oldham fan, you've probably heard of it.
Okay. So you're managing Oldham. I guess how did you get into Football Manager content creation?
Watching Lelujo, funnily enough, he's sort of the first one I came across, and I'd seen a few. After that, I saw a few others, but it's like I feel like I could have a go at that. Do you know what I mean? It felt accessible. I'm not young enough to have high speed reflexes for Fortnite and all of that sort of thing. So, Football Manager's a bit more my pace, if you know what I mean.
Did you see the same video Leluja put out a couple years ago that was like, I want us to go from this many content creators to this many because it's going to be good for everybody?
Yes.
I saw the same thing. That's how I got into it too. That's hilarious. And for the same reasons, right? Like, I'm not playing Counter-Strike anymore. That's just not, I don't have the flick of the wrist type things to whatever, or the hand-eye coordination to play that.
Exactly. Short-sightedness, baldness gets in the way for me too,
That's awesome. So I guess tell my viewers a little bit about your channel, and then we'll switch and I'll do the same for yours.
Absolutely, yeah. Basically I've been content creating for about a year and a half, since February 2019. So FM21 will be my third Football Manager. I'm still figuring it all out, if I'm honest. I think my videos this season have been better than last year, but I also think what I'm going to do next year is going to be better. So it's one of those things I'm still developing. I'm still figuring things out, like, how to have voice chat on Discord. And so that's really all it is. You'll find Oldham saves on there. There are now 2 of them. There's not going to be one for FM21, probably. But there is also some other stuff and a couple of other games chucked in there as well. So
that is awesome. You never go back and watch your first episode. It's just full of pain when you're like, oh.
Yeah, I did actually recently, and fortunately I wasn't on camera, but listening to my voice, I sound years younger. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's only been like 18 months.
The wear and tear of putting out YouTube videos has beaten you down. That's awesome. Well, for your viewers, I'm Gray Hair Gaming. I've been doing it for I got in like January of FM17. So
nice.
Whenever that, I guess that would be January 2017. Would that make sense? Yeah, that would make sense. Saw the same video you did, and I tend to prefer the small club and taking them up through the ranks, which is what I'm doing with my Reggio Adace save here. I don't know if you know the story there, but Mike Piazza, who was a baseball star in the United States, bought the club and promptly ran them into the ground. And I always think that's like an interesting story. So we've taken them from Serie C to Serie A, as Old Lady Plays has taught me to say. What is going on in your Oldham save?
Well, it is 2027 in my Oldham save, and we are on at this point it was our 4th season in the Premiership. We finished as high as 6th. In terms of trophies, we've managed the Carabao Cup, and this season just gone we actually won the Euro Cup too. So we're not a huge team, if you know what I mean, but I did sort of start it a little bit late in the rotation to do any better, unfortunately.
All
But
right.
like yourself, I tend to do the smaller clubs. But next year, I'm doing all big clubs, I think.
All right. And this is supposedly the North America group of this invitational. And
Yeah,
you're in Atlantic time, right?
that's right. Halifax, Nova Scotia.
You are on the tip of the. How did you end up in Halifax, Nova Scotia?
Oh, the love of a good woman.
Uh,
We met online the old-fashioned way through Facebook, and
okay.
six,
The
six months later,
old-fashioned.
here I am.
Oh, not on that fancy TikTok. You're on Facebook. Ah,
Oh
yes.
yeah, old
The
school.
the old school ways. That is hilarious. That is awesome. Well, I'm just gonna tell my viewers that are watching my video, make sure you pop over to the channel, put the link in the description, drop him a sub, check out his new stuff, and I'm curious to see who you'll be taking on at FM21. That's awesome. So okay, I'm gonna click because you have a game more of experience in this than I do, so I'm gonna click continue. Okay, and now I'm on the inbox, and I guess I hit fixtures. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I'm not sure where it is being played.
It Telia Parkin. What is that? Neutral site, I guess.
I guess, yeah.
Somebody right now is furiously leaving a comment like, "How do you not know what Telia Parkin is?" It's like,
Exactly. Yeah. Oh well. At least it's both of us. That's all I'm saying.
oh, okay. Yeah. I forgot that it has like a set piece section. So let me make my adjustments there, I suppose.
Not a problem. If you have imported any tactics you made in FM20, the set pieces will have come in with them.
I wish I was good enough to have imported my tactics. I was like, oh yeah, I should probably do that. Oh, whoops. Yep, sure didn't. All right, yeah.
So what are your plans for 21, just out of interest? I feel rude for not asking you.
Yeah, it's all good. I in the beta am probably gonna be doing a either Premier League or Championship squad, just because that's not gonna be a long-term save.
Yeah.
That's what I have figured out thus far. I may also, because I have a distinct interest in the international game, and really hope that Football Manager or Sports Interactive does something about that. So I may do like another thing at the same time in the beta, to do like Norway or something like that with Erling Haaland, just to
Gotcha.
just to give it a run out,
Nice.
So that's kind of the plan there.
Brilliant. I should have to keep an eye out for that. All right, I think I'm all picked and ready to go. So I'm going to hit play. I think it would just be a case of...
It'll just wait.
Yeah, it'll wait until we're both ready. Every now and again, I found sometimes you get a little pause in the match. I mean, I'm wired in rather than Wi-Fi anyway, but it does come back.
Gotcha.
In fact, we'll probably be happily talking over it anyway.
Yeah. It's funny. When I loaded in my team, I have one of my players is named after one of my patrons, and he's been with the club like the entire save. Like he was a youth prospect, and he's amazing. And it removes all the nicknames, and I was like, "Who is this guy?" Like on my team. And I was like, "Oh, that's actually Paul Colombani, not Ya Ando." I'm like, this is not even close. Like, oh, wait a second. Let's look here.
All right, so the teams are warming up.
Hold on.
It may take them a while.
I usually have the sound on in the game, but I've got you turned up, and so I think I'm going to turn the sound down, assuming I can figure out how to do that. I think I'm just going to kill the sound.
Excellent.
All right. Okay. So we got a 4-2-3-1 versus a 4-1-4-1 version 2. Uh-oh. That means you've like done work on it. And then
I have.
just hit play. Is that how this works?
Yeah, absolutely. Unless you want to introduce a lineup.
Ah, yes, I probably should do that. Okay. You'd mentioned we need to have our match speed highlights the same. So what are yours set to?
basically it's the match speed is or the highlight speed, sorry, is 2 notches past the middle to the right, so it's slightly faster.
Okay.
And then the 2 below it are all the way right.
Gotcha. Gotcha. And you're on key highlights?
Yes.
All right. Well, since you offered, so my squad, we got Casapa in goal, Ibrahim, Jose Carlos, Neto, and Gunesh on the back line, Ken Luce and Oscar Contreras in the midfield, Pedrelli, De Silva, Paul Colombani, also known as Ya Ando, apparently, and Joaquim Kak up top is what I was trying to say. I might have to edit that out, actually. Yeah, so that's my team there. And what's going on with the Oldham squad?
In goal, we have Romero, a back four of Sarachi, Abedi, Zazino, and Duda. Defensive midfield, Glauco. Central midfield, Lopez and Andre Fuba. Right wing, Skovolson. Left wing, Stevanovic. And up front is Marcus Leonardo. And you'll notice that we're an English Premiership side without a single English player in the starting lineup.
You got I like the you got a couple what was that? You got 3 players that just have the single name. I love that. Yep. And then you got a guy that doesn't get the just the first letter. He gets the full Marcos Leonardo. That's always a good that's always a good sign. Hilarious. All right. I think did I hit play? I hit play. I think I hit play. There we go.
I hit play and we are off.
And so this is only going to show us the highlight. Yeah, okay. It's just like key highlights. Yeah. Gotcha.
Just the key highlights. If indeed there are any, I'm sure it will be. Oh, it looks like Oldham have committed the first foul. That's always a bad sign. Even on... That's interesting. Opposing wings.
Yeah.
One thing I've noticed with FM Touch, the players don't seem to play as well as they do in normal Football Manager.
Yeah, I think... I before we hit record, I was looking at this because obviously it doesn't bring in the form or anything like that. So it's just kind of like, I guess, taking like the raw attributes and you just kind of have to see what happens.
Yeah.
Pretty even game.
So far, not a lot happening. I've put us on to positive, see if we can give you a bit of a push, but that has done absolutely nothing.
A whole lot of 6.6 to 6.8 ratings on the pitch.
It's not great, is it? I don't think I got a 6.8 anywhere.
It would be so epic if this is like the game that has no highlights and it's just it's just watching the clock.
Oh, no, we got one.
Set piece, Oscar Contreras swings one in. Oh, over. Pedrelli needs to work on his... We have a thing on my channel where I have wingers that can't get their foreheads oriented down. So we call it doing the surge because we had a guy that just was consistently doing that.
Superb. Well, first sort of proper chance goes to you.
You can't do shouts. Oh,
I know. Oh. I miss it so bad. Oh.
Okay. Possession's pretty even. Of course.
Ooh, throw in. First time I think Oldham have had the ball.
Okay. Swings it out wide. Oh, this is not the pace of a highlight I'm used to. He looks like he's sprinting. I'm like, whoa, whoa. That's because we got to turn up just one notch higher than I've got it. That was De Silva. De Silva's apparently, and at least in my save, one of the world's best midfielders. I got an offer from Man City. I'm not used to this, right? Like you say you've done like the small teams as well. So like this is the first time I've had a club like last for a long time at the high level. And of course, Paul Colombani is out with an injury. That's fantastic right before halftime. But Man City came in with a 205 million euro offer, and I was like, I don't know what to do. I've never experienced this. Like this is what is happening, you know?
It's mixed feelings, isn't it? Because you think about the money, but it's like, but then I've got to find another player.
Yeah. So Paul Colombani goes out with a foot injury. We bring on Lorenzo Aroldi, he's our Minamino. He can play anywhere up top.
Well, it is halftime, 0-0. You've had 8 shots, 5 on target to my 4 and 2. We apparently have lost possession more. Well, Zazino has lost possession more than any other player on his team. slight issue with that. He's a centre half. That's not somebody you want to lose possession very often. Oy. Okay, I think we are going to have to make some substitutions. I was kind of hoping for a better performance all round, but well, oh my. It's actually hard to pick somebody who's playing well. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm looking at my analysis, and my assistant manager is reminding me that a number of our players appear to have some problems communicating to each other today due to the language barrier. So I guess it has not imported the fact that they've all learned Italian.
That's actually a valid point, because I've got 5 Brazilians, an Argentinian, Czech Republic at right back, Uruguayan at center. Yeah, oh dear.
That is hilarious that it doesn't import that. So it's like, oh, that probably explains a little bit of a dip in the form a little bit, because it's like, oh yeah, they're shouting at each other. No one understands what's happening. That's fantastic.
Isn't it brilliant? I really don't know what to do here. I don't feel like I have enough substitutions. You know what? That's just going to have to do.
We're back. Okay.
Oldham on the ball with the highlights. Scov Olsen outright.
Oh, I'm not even seeing a highlight.
Oh, wow. Glauco on the ball with an impressively long shot that was well wide.
Well.
That's interesting. You didn't see the highlight. You'll be able to watch it.
No, your substitutions. Okay, you made 2 subs in the 46th minute. That just popped up on my screen.
That's weird, because they should have happened at half time.
Okay, what time are you on the clock?
50:42. Now.
Okay, so you're seeing my center backs passing the ball around?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was on the analysis screen rather than the pitch screen when I think you hit play, so maybe that explains it.
Oh, sorry, mate.
Oh,
my goodness. Oh, it's been disallowed. It's called off for offside.
Pedrelli's like 6'5". Lorenzo is not, so it's hilarious that the tall man is crossing it. That was tight call. Some would argue.
That was a very good effort, actually. Okay. I've got to make another substitution at some point, because this is not working out here.
Oh, I think you must be in the tactics screens, because everything just went slow on my screen. Like the highlight speed. I got to watch it throw him, and I was like, that ball slowed down. Look what's happening.
Yeah, sorry, that was my fault.
No, it's all good. It's all good. Yeah, freshening up the attack. Up top. 3 new players.
It's hard to pick anybody who was playing well. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm done mucking around the tactics.
No, it's all good. Oh, we got the first 7.0 from the center back. I
just saw it pop, and I'm like, oh my god.
He's having himself a game.
Lopez at 6.8 is not too bad. Mind you, you've got to... Oh, your lot guys have picked up their game fairly significantly, I would suggest. All right. Maybe I need to go all out.
Oh, I'm instinctively going, demand more. Like,
yeah. Yeah.
Set piece. Contreras swings it in. Too tall. Neto. We got a forehead problem. Can't get our set pieces and our headers down. All right, I'm making a sub if it's slowed down on your end.
That's fine.
Fernando Finta coming in.
I gave Duda a run out this time, because my first choice right back was absolutely terrible against Old Lady Plays, unfortunately. So, but he's not done much better.
Whoop. Okay, building out of the back. Srirachi.
Anko coming up the left wing, cutting in, finds Fuba. He's got 2 people in front of him.
Oh, lovely ball through.
Oh, goodness. It trickles in. Lovely, well-placed ball. That young man that's about the first proper development player I've ever had.
Yeah.
I've actually turned into a proper striker. I'm very happy, but he's just started at the tail end of last season scoring regular goals.
That's
He's
awesome.
like, I think he's 21 now. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Yeah, I'm making my last ditch sub here.
Fuber on the ball. Another through ball for this is a replay.
Yeah.
Nice. That was good. I might edit that out. No, I'm kidding.
No, it's all good. It's all good.
Wow.
Oh, here we go. Set piece. Oh, it's in the mixer. Keeper goes. Oh, I thought that was in.
That was, yeah. From my angle, it looked closer than maybe it was.
Long ball, Ibrahim.
Ooh.
Can't get to it.
That was well cut out there. Srirachi now cutting out wide, looking for the middle man.
Oh, beats his man. Oh,
Fuber
my.
Andre
wow.
Fuber makes it 2-0. That's, again, a nice work from the midfield. But, yeah, Srirachi on loan from Everton.
Richard came in and tried to get the tackle in. Couldn't get it done. Kasapa just watches it go past him. He's like, ah.
Honestly, Fuber is probably the best player on my team by a good stretch.
I was going to say, if he gets a hat trick here, that's going to be absurd.
Yes. Well, he is my free kick taker and apparently corner taker with Leonardo off.
Lorenzo. He's got three runners. He's got two guys with him. Can he get one in? He cannot. And Richard, our slightly defensive advanced playmaker, can't get to it. Looks like we got nothing doing here.
Well, I've gone full attack. I'll not lie to you. It was sort of last ditch.
Whoop! Uh-oh. I clicked the wrong button.
No.
There we go. Yeah, I went attacking as well. I probably should have gone positive, or maybe even countering if you were going to go that way. But what? Oh wow! Ticker tape parade. You've won the competition. Congratulations.
Superb match, though. I think you're unlucky to have that one disallowed. Like you say, it's a very tight call.
Yeah, look at the match stats. Pretty even across the board, but obviously more clinical. Look at the ratings.
Yeah, but that's the thing, though. As soon as you get a goal, you know what
I mean?
Yeah. Popping up. I mean, I think after that first goal, everybody up front seemed to do better or play well. Do you know what I mean? It seemed.
Yeah, right.
But like you say, I was thinking about what you said earlier, because obviously I've got a lot of foreigners in my team. There's no team cohesion being brought over from my save at all. So it's kind of surprising it can finish that well in some ways.
Yeah. Alrighty.
Well, the good news is your injured player will not miss the next match.
Yes, that is fantastic news. Absolutely. So that leaves you, if we were looking at the live standings right now, you would have, what, 4 points because you drew with Old Lady Plays?
That's right, yep.
So I'm in a must-win match up against her. Dun, dun, dun.
The heat is on.
Now, does only the top... I wish I probably read the email a little bit more clearly. Does only the top team go through?
I think so, yeah.
So she is going to have to beat me by more than 2 goals, or there's that we do something else. You guys would have to do a playoff, I guess.
Potentially, yeah. I'm not. I mean, we ended up going obviously to extra time and penalties because it was set up that way.
Oh, yeah.
Whether or not that might be the decider in the end, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind a second game if it comes to it, but like you say, I'll be curious to see how you guys get on. I'll be watching this one with with real interest because, like I say, we didn't do bad. I felt Oldham were a better side against her, but I also would say that you were a better side against me. So
that's how
I mean.
That's how it goes sometimes, right?
Yeah,
that's awesome. That hey, this first time we've done this. Maybe there'll be multiple editions of this once we get into FM21. We'll figure it out even more.
That would be great. I'd enjoy that a lot.
All right. Well, everybody go make sure again you check out the link in the description below with avoiding relegation, and I'm gonna go play my second match against Old Lady Plays and hopefully get a goal at least. Like, come on, boys. Like, let's get a goal.
Excellent. Well, I wish you the best of luck, and thank you all very much for watching. And as the man says, please check out the links below for both of the videos.
We'll see you soon. Thanks. All right, my friends. That's the first time we played this. I think we've been hard done, to be honest with you. Now, I would have preferred if, like, you know, you could see more highlights to see what was going on. But I do think, you know, I mean, if you look at all this, on target's the only difference, you know. But I mean, it's real close, right? We've had more possession, more passes completed. Now they won more tackles. I probably shouldn't have gone attacking. You know, he said, like, I think he said something where he's like, attacking, and I probably just should have, like, waited. But I was like, I know it's like being in a tournament. You're like, well, I know they drew, so like 3 points here is massive. Obviously, 0 points is significantly worse. Let me know what you think about this, my friends. Hit that like button below. Again, make sure you go check out his channel. I just think this is a cool thing. This is like a new thing that we're going to be building on YouTube, and I'm sure we'll have more editions of it in FM21. I would say good luck in the next round, but we don't know who is going to be in the next round. So if it's avoiding relegation or Old Lady Plays, or, well, it's not going to be me. This is like a dead rubber for me, right? Because he's now got 4 points. So it's like, well, I'm not going through. I don't know. This is weird. Let's go. We'll see you next time.